adventures. And luckily, I had a friend who was in the same mindset, my friend's son, and he, so we didn't want to like just go back, like go get jobs and start working for the man or whatever. We wanted to be free. Like I was a full-fledged like hippie girl. I had like, you know, like bell bottoms, the whole thing, flowers in my hair. Sven was a full-fledged communist actually. He took it one step further and we were like, we will be free. So we bought an old car, a Chevy Cavalier for $600 in Newark, Delaware. And we drove that thing across the country for 3 months.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and the people who sold us that car later were like, you made it across the country and the car we sold you? Wow, and it did. It made it across and almost back, actually. For 3 months we traveled in that car. But what we found was that after having adventures and such, it got increasingly difficult to be a free-spirited hippie and a communist because we ran out of funds. By the time the car broke down, we were completely out of money, and it actually broke down in Northampton, Massachusetts, which is not a bad place to break down. But we lived in Delaware at the time, and we had to get back to Delaware still, so when that car was dead and we were out of money, we got a little bit lucky because we found a very nice mechanic who sold us in its place a $200 car. And that's what we drove home.
It was a long way.
Yeah, it was a long way. But yeah, so when I got home, I wrote this song and chronicles the entire trip. We bid our friends goodbye, promised we would break them, headed north of 95. Into the great unknown, we turned up our stereo and I felt so reckless and alive. We didn't know who we would be, we didn't know where we would end up when we headed down that road. A little food and our guitars in the backseat in that old cello, the one that would get stolen in a town in Idaho. And it's a long way to Michigan and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. I have never seen reflections of the cleanest blue-weathered Minnesota lakes. Those were the longest nights of wood smoke and northern lights as we talked until the morning came. The light of glowing embers, as sweet as I remember, among the rustling of the trees. Legend of the harvest moon, sweet ballad of the moon, I felt as ancient as I was meant to be. It's a long way to Tennessee and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Called you from a payphone in windy cold Missoula, then from Midland in the rain. No place as proud and sad as this South Dakota badlands. Touched me more than I could explain. A dirt poor reservation, the Oglala nation, Chevrolet. It's a long way to Washington and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, hey, hey, clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Out in California, we touched the other ocean. I still have that jar of sand. Arizona desert, sky goes on forever. You've never seen anything as grand. North Montana was cold. She keeps her secrets frozen under glaciers way up north. People have got lost up there, home of the grizzly bear, and you can pass the mountain. The mountain doesn't care, and it's a long way to Delaware and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, hey, hey, clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Oh, it's a long way on the war